Hey guys, Fastest Pastor here. Thank you for joining me. What are we talking about today? We're talking about more horsepower, more torque, upgrades to the 64 Ford truck. Tune in, check it out, subscribe and like and follow us, you guys. Fastest Pastor. Here we go. Fastest Pastor here. Trying to kill some time in between the Pikes Peak builds, and so I've been working on my 64 Ford here. You'll see in the background. Just got the 6=8 done maybe about a week ago. Finished putting some fine tunes on it, but this is going to be its maiden voyage. I'll show you a quick video clip of me first starting up. I'm pretty impressed with the sound of it. Hey there. So I documented a little bit of my process of doing the Clifford 6=8 system on my 64 Ford inline 6. This is, I believe, the 223. You'll see it's got the dual carb Weber system on it. I've modified a few things. I've got it pretty much in place to where we can start it. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try firing this bad boy up. Yeah, we got some fuel on the carbs now. Look at that. Boy, that's a big difference. Still quite a bit of work left to do, but I'll tell you what, Larry knows what he's doing. Alright you guys, so here's the Larry Clifford 6=8 setup. You can see the new intake. The cool thing about my motor is it came with this old school header, and after measuring everything I realized, hey, it's going to fit and work. So you'll notice I made some modifications here. This whole kit, the aluminum intake, the dual Weber carb setup, that's all from Larry. It comes in tuned in. It was made for this motor. You're going to notice that I have an offset bracket. I did that offset bracket because I still wanted power brakes, but there wasn't enough room, so I took that bracket from a 72 Ford Bronco. It's an offset Bronco I had for my wife. If we needed it, we ended up not needing it. I chopped it down, customized it, changed the clevis and the rotations, got everything to fit really nice. As you can see, got the lines bent up. Still working on the rest of my vacuum lines. I kind of temped it up because I was getting anxious here about firing this thing up. So I'm going to fire it up for you guys. I'm going to actually, the initial fire I'm going to put here at this time. I kind of just want to show you, it's a neat little setup. He did a good job. It packaged in well. Took me about 6 hours to do the complete project to this point. So it's not done. You're going to notice, like, I put this on temporarily as my throttle linkage. That's how anxious I am. But Dakota and I, we bled the brakes, got it ready, and so it was somewhat roadworthy. So you guys will see that as well. Not too shabby. I'm digging it. I am digging it. Smooth. Good.
far I like it. Oh man, it's just killing me to hear all this. We're just gonna pull her back home here. I think I got the high idle a little high, but for its maiden voyage, poor clutch. Definitely need to adjust the choke up for this cold weather, but I typically don't drive my vehicles in this cold weather. But again, Pikes Peak has been keeping me pretty busy. So all in all, really happy with this with the 6=8 from Clifford. Again, just to kind of run it through you, I was running just a single carb setup, traditional. It was all factory in stock. We replaced the intake manifold. The exhaust manifold was already a header, so I actually used the header that was on it. I liked it a little bit more. Put Clifford's setup on it. It took me about 6 hours to get done. It's a 64 Ford. And I'll tell you what, I'm really happy with the way it came out. So drivability is pretty good. It needs to be better. But definitely can notice a difference in the torque, especially from about 2,200 RPM to 3,200 RPM. Huge improvement there. Also on the low end a little bit. But again, I've got it out in 17-degree weather. I kind of adjusted the carbs in 70-degree in my shop. Would I recommend it? Definitely recommend it. I think for the value, it's a good value. You've got a motor that's a straight 6. It'll take it from, you know, I think stock, this comes with about 140 horsepower. You're talking this is going to be something well over 220 horsepower when you're done. So really, really happy with the response of it, the torque. It even just sounds meaner. And I'll insert some clips we took when we first fired it up and everything else. Again, check them out. Larry Clifford, 6=8 kits. They got them for everything from Chevys, AMCs to Fords. He does a really good job. Picks up the phone right away when you need to talk to him. Super friendly, super nice. And he knows these things inside and out. When I called about the gas regulator and the fuel pump, I said, hey, you know, how many PSI do I set this? He's like, I'm going to tell you what. He says, this is how many threads you need down off the nut. So he knows everything. So really happy with it. Again, thank you for joining me on my journey. I'm sorry I'm driving you guys nuts, but I'm getting anxious for Pikes Peak. More videos to come. We're going next week. We're going to be doing the unveil of the body kit. So we've received in the body kit. We're going to be talking about that. The other thing I'm going to be talking to you guys about is some race suits. I've got some questions to ask you guys, which race suits. And again, the giveaway is huge.